Hey there, welcome to day 1220 of What You Up To Now. Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here, documenting my journey as I transition in business from the brick and mortar world and the corporate world to the online world, and back and forth, because sometimes it's fun to go back and forth. I'm doing some new projects this year that involve a lot more broad reach than just the online world. So working on that, it's a really, really fun project. Exciting, putting together a board of directors, which is always fun. And today our idiom for supersize your business was in a nutshell. So in a nutshell, how do you supersize your business in a nutshell? How do you create what it is that you want in a nutshell, meaning how do you summarize it? How do you laconically, which means of course using a description that involves the fewest number of words, or using a minimum of words is laconically. And I think it's funny because it's such a long word. It's longer than in a nutshell, I think. I'd have to figure out the numbers. Anyway. So in a nutshell was our idiom and our expression today for supersize your business. So I described, well, how do you supersize your business in a nutshell? And I just broke it down to a 7-step process. Almost anything we do can actually be broken down to a 3 to 5 to 4 to 7 step process. I love it when these gurus and these experts come out with their 120 steps to whatever. Their 21 days or 21 steps to achieve some goal or objective, which I do that sometimes too. Sometimes I break the steps down into smaller steps, smaller pieces, smaller bites, so that people can actually do them, take action on them. Sometimes when we summarize things or we use our frameworks and we share our frameworks with people, it's too much in one small framework for them to actually understand. So we share the overall framework. What's the big picture? What's the diagram? What's the SOAP framework, for example? And then we teach them by breaking it down piece by piece by piece. And so maybe our 4-step framework is actually a 24-step, because there's 5 to 6 components to each thing, if you break it down and really teach it in a detailed way for people. But we still need that visual of the SOAP framework, the 4 steps to guide us when we don't need to think about all the details. It reminds me of engineering school. When I was in school, learning different engineering practices and principles and solving problems and things, you would have a framework for solving those problems. One of the ones I remember a lot from school in quality engineering was plan, do, check, act. Whenever you had to answer an essay question in their quality courses, you were expected to follow the format plan, do, check, act, and answer the questions accordingly. Number one, it made it easy for the professors to grade it, but it also made it easy for us to remember all of the components that needed to be involved in solving a problem or creating a solution, if we had the framework to go by. So in a nutshell, to me, means this is our framework, this is our guiding principles, this is our purpose, this is us in a nutshell. So I just shared that 7-step process, and then reminded people that on the Supersize Your Business free Facebook group page, there is an entire scavenger hunt. I don't know how many hours even it is of training, of step by step what any business needs to go through in order to supersize and grow and create the business they want. And so it makes sure they have all the components they need, because there's a lot more to building a business than just saying, hey, this is what I want to create, this is who I want to serve, this is the problem I'm going to solve for them, this is how I'm going to deliver my solutions, this is how I'm going to get paid, and how I'm going to continually improve and continue that process. Well, there's a whole lot of things involved in that, but we don't always necessarily have to think about all those things. Maybe you are a marketing whiz, you come up with this great idea, you decide that you're going to make it happen, and then you hire out and you bring in team members and team players to handle all the other aspects and areas of the business for you. And all you do is manage, or even better yet, you hire somebody to manage the entire process for you, be your CEO. So that was our Supersize Your Business idiom today. Our do one thing every day that centers you 365-day challenge, all about you. Was day 153 today, and we talked about formidable, being formidable, and it was a Nelson Mandela quote, I don't remember, but something about a good head and a good heart are always a formidable combination. Totally agree. And so today we're sharing what, how my good head led me to make a formidable, or how to act formidably today. Act formidably. I don't know if I ever act formidably. I think it's an interesting word. But that was our challenge for our 365-day challenge. The centering challenge, some days it's really easy, other days not so much. Today, I have no idea. how I'm going to be formidable. I'm going to overcome my stuffy head maybe, and maybe that in and of itself is formidable. Maybe overcoming my cold is a formidable act. We'll see. So working on that, a little under the weather, which I get frustrated when I don't feel great because it's annoying to me. It slows me down a little bit, and I don't like being slowed down for the most part. So maybe just standing up against my cold and I want to say it's allergies, but I don't want to say it's allergies. My whole life, one of my sisters is like, oh, I'm allergic to everything, and so are her kids, and she has allergies. And I kind of took the opposite approach and said, yeah, I'm not allergic to anything. Now, there are a couple things I'm actually allergic to, but I try to, I don't have anything to do with those things. Mostly they're pharmaceuticals like, not amoxicillin. My son's actually allergic to amoxicillin. I have problems with codeine, and actually so does my mom. Anyway, there are certain things that people have allergies to or react badly to. I don't know if it's an allergy or a bad reaction to is more a better description. So I've always said I don't have any allergies. So spring and fall here in the Midwest tends to be lots of stuff in the air, which can irritate our nose and our sinuses and our throats. And so I like to say I don't have any allergies because I don't want to think that I'm susceptible to the environment, and I guess probably all of us are. Anyway, that is what I'm working on. I invite you to have an amazing day. I actually started a 30-day reading challenge with my friend Abel yesterday, and my magnifying glass has been flying. And for some of us with visual challenges, doing challenges like that is even more challenging, which helps to push me beyond what people would think my limits are. So I am working on that for the first 15 days of June. I really need to push that because on the 15th, I've got my granddaughters for the rest of the month. So it's going to be kind of a crazy, different month, but that's the cool thing about having your own businesses and being online. You can say yes to things like that when opportunities arise and say, I would be absolutely thrilled to hang out with my granddaughters for a couple of weeks. So have an amazing day. If I can help you in any way, ask in the comments below. Laying a little low today till I get my energy back, but I will still be out and about. And of course, I'll be with you tomorrow. Share what you're up to now. Have a great day.